at that hole.
What the disaster. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Hey, hang on! If you're telling me you're cool with that setup right there, you need to rethink your game, man.
Things here are running good. The biggest challenge we face right now is that we are running out of good ground.
Halfway through the shortest season ever, 25-year-old Parker Schnabel is about to make a big move to expand his gold mining empire.
A good friend of mine gave me a lead on a pretty good piece of ground just outside of Fairbanks that's for sale. It's a $3 million deal. So I'm just about to hit the road, lieutenants. I'm gonna go try to find us some ground in Alaska.
We definitely gonna need something here sooner than later.
And Mitch, while I'm gone, you'll be in charge.
I got it.
All right, while I'm gone, my main concern is getting Slucifer moved to right here.
Uh-huh.
Tyson should be able to move their plant and deal with all of their ditches and whatnot, but I'd like you to just keep a finger on the pulse if he starts getting stretched too thin.
Okay.
We can't afford to have Slucifer down, or we are gonna be in trouble.
We'll try and keep her on track.
I know you will.
Sounds good, man. Let's make this happen.
All right.
Thank you. Good.
Over in Parker's new claim, the Promised Land, Tyson Lee is running wash plant Slucifer. He's off to a strong start this season, despite never having run a plant before.
That's crazy. Look at how small this cut is. What's happening?
It's getting ready to move Slucifer.
So what's your game plan here?
Parker said to me before he left that he wanted the wash plant upstream, and he wants it set up low, so we got to get this done and get sluicing by the end of the week.
That's never how we've mined in the past. You gotta have some room, man. These are big wash plants that need big cuts, big area. Put the wash plant up on a hill. You got this spot over here, try and set your plant up on it. Get some height. It's gonna buy you a lot of time and give you a lot more freedom down here.
Before he left, Parker told Tyson to move Slucifer 150 yards from its current location to a low pad in a small new cut with easy access to pay dirt. Mitch wants to move the plant twice as far, put it on a high pad, and open up a much bigger cut. That way, they won't have to stop and move the plant again.
Every time you're moving a wash plant, well, it's not making you money. That's a lot of gold at the end of the season you're not going to see on a table.
Yeah, well, I mean, man, it's his sandbox, and I'm just playing in it. I just don't want to get, you know, when he gets back.
He's not gonna like it, but
Parker's not here. I'm running things now.
at the end of the day, he's gonna appreciate at the end of the season when he sees a lot more gold on the table, all right?
All right, thanks.
Parker said to me before he left, he wants that wash plant sitting over there in that cut before he gets back. And if it's not, it'll probably mean I'm packing my bags. So, you know, that's just, it's not an option.
To make the most of the good gold, Rick brings in new operator, Ben Belli.
This is Benny. How you doing, buddy?
Ben.
Ben, thanks for coming up.
No worries, man.
I can't believe Carl has friends.
Yes.
I hate to break it to you right off the bat, but gonna kind of have to use and abuse you.
Right.
We've all been doing it, so that's where we're at in the season.
No problem.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
Right on. Let's go.
Let's go.
In the gold room, Carla Ann washes concentrate from 2 days of running to separate out the fine gold.
We've been doing cleanups every 20 hours just to stay consistent and try to read the ground a little bit better. But for whatever reason, this cleanup's not looking so hot. I'm not sure why. It's that fine gold that usually is there. It's just not here this time. Rick, you copy?
Yeah, go for Rick.
Hey, just wanted to let you know, some of our fine gold just isn't here.
Are you serious?
It's a bit bizarre just because it's been so consistent.
Okay, I'll head over there.
Yeah, copy.
I see water coming out of the runs. There's got to be a hole. This isn't good. We're losing gold. We'll shut her down. Look at that hole. Thing's worn right out. Me. You can't run like that. We can't have dirt coming out of here, right? Because that dirt's got gold in it.
Gold-rich pay dirt enters the plant and travels across the upper sluice runs, where the heavier gold is caught in the metal riffles. Finer material passes into the distribution box, which sends it evenly to the lower sluice runs. A hole in the box means some of the gold is being lost.
Got some holes, my friend.
Some holes?
Yeah. It's bad. Got a couple there and another one right there. It looks scabby as We're gonna have to rebuild the whole floor, obviously.
Are you serious?
It's a big job. We gotta pull this distribution, we're gonna pull both runs off, and then gotta drop the main box, so it's quite a bit of work here, right? You know, it could take me a couple days. I don't want to do any more than you want to do, right? But I don't know what our other options are.
Every hour the plant is down costs Rick more than $1,500 in lost gold.
We're just gonna have to try and throw a patch on it.
I don't think there's any way I'm gonna be welding to that. It's still worn out, right?
It's a pain in the ass, but we're not gonna have the time to do this right.
I'm not happy, but I'll give it my best shot.
All right.
Hey, Carl, I got your plate here. Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Mechanic Carl Rosk will weld a steel plate onto the base of the box to cover the holes and prevent any more gold being lost.
Carl just needs to cover the holes in the distribution box so we stop losing gold. It's tricky to weld in that position, but if he covers them up, it should be fine. We'll be back to washing rocks in no time.
Oh, man. We don't have the luxury and time to take this thing apart and fix it, so we're gonna do a complete scab job on it.
Ah!
Mitch told rookie plant boss Tyson to ignore Parker's orders and follow his plan for moving and setting up the plant.
Gotta be kidding me. That, it's just a joke. What the going on? Hey, hang on!
But Tyson is sticking to Parker's orders, hauling Slucifer to a nearby, low-lying location in the cut.
What's the story with this? I've told you not to do it that way.
What do you expect me to do?
Parker's in here telling you to cut corners, and you know what's gonna lead to this? You gotta straighten him out. When he comes at you with a stupid idea, you gotta tell him that.
You know how much of a hard head he can have over stuff?
You can't just tell the boss what he wants to hear. You have to tell him what needs to be done. If you're telling me you're cool with that setup right there, you need to rethink your game, man. There's nothing worse than the boss leaves, comes back to a disaster. That's not what we want happening here. I want to keep this train on the rails here while Parker's gone. I don't want to have to give him a call here saying that hit the fan. Hey, Tyson, you got a second? Sorry for losing it on you yesterday. That's not the kind of boss I want to be.
Yeah. It was just heat of the moment sort of thing, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. You know what, Mitch? You have more seniority than I do, so we'll move the plant your way.
I think it'll work better for everybody. We get this thing set up right, it should run pretty smooth. Well, everybody knows what they need to do.
Yeah.
Now, following Mitch's plan, Tyson must drag the massive 45-ton wash plant more than 300 yards along a narrow track and onto a high pad above the cut.
Pull straight and then turn 90. Yep.
It's a longer, steeper route for the 80-foot-long plant.
How's the other side looking, Nick?
Oh, you're rubbing a little bit. Can you suck it into you a little bit more? A little bit more if you can.
Oh, damn. Hey. Just track with it, Ty.
Away from me, away from me.
Oh!
It is soft.
Good. 2 feet to edge. Hold it right there.
Hey, hey!
Oh! Once you go over the edge, no coming back. Looking like I'm gonna have to go over. Oh, man.
We'll drag it over.
You're on your own now, bud. Sink or swim. Just go nice and slow so it doesn't ski off. All right, all right.
I'm calling it good.
Awesome.
Nice job, buddy. Thanks, man.
Beautiful work.
Thanks, man.
It's looking nice.
Yeah.
Time to make some money. All right, Alec, let's go. Here she comes. You know, this certainly wasn't easy, but we've got Slucifer down here on the best wash plant pad it's probably ever had, and everything's running smooth. Everybody's gonna get to do their job and not have to kill themselves to make all this work.
Oh, man. I can't stick a weld to anything. It just falls through. It's that thin.
The steel distribution box has worn so thin, Carl's welding rods are burning straight through the metal.
I gotta rebuild it.
We don't have the time to disassemble this whole thing.
I know, but I can't get a weld to stick to it.
To remove the distribution box from the plant and rebuild it would take 3 days, costing Rick upwards of $55,000 in lost gold.
I thought this was going to be an easy fix, but Carl can't weld a patch over that because the steel in the distribution box is so thin, you just keep blowing holes through it. It's going to take days to try and replace that whole box, and with such a short season, I can't afford to be down for days. It's a disaster. I don't know what we're going to do. Wait.
What?
Take a conveyor belt
Yeah.
and bolted conveyor belt through.
Dude, that might not be a bad idea. Let's do that.
Okay.
I know it's hillbilly, but that's way easier, Rick.
Rick's fix? Attach a piece of conveyor belt along the length of the distribution box, protecting the box from wearing out and preventing gold from falling through the holes.
We're cutting this to go in our distribution box. See how we can hillbilly fix this and get running again. Get back on the gold.
There you go.
That's covering the holes.
This will work.
Hammer some bolts through it.
Yeah.
We'll be in business.
That's a good idea. Mark.
Yo.
There you go, buddy. Thanks, buddy. There you go. Okay. Dude, that looks good, man.
After 5 hours, the rubber belt is in place.
Oh, I can barely move. All in all, though, I think it turned out pretty good.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, that rubber was a good idea, my friend.
Crisis averted. It's not something to really look at and be proud of. The main thing is there's no hole there for gold to escape through, so don't matter what it looks like as long as it does its job. Let's go! Fire it up!
If Rick's bush fix has worked, it will have saved 3 days of downtime.
Bingo. Just add water. Well, we're back sluicing. Hopefully those patches hold up, but we're gonna have to wait till we do a cleanup. If we get a good one, then we know they work. On a week, that could have been a disaster if not for Carl finding a hole in the sluice box.
You and your fix there, buddy. I was thinking we were going to be down for a bit, but that rubber sure fixed it, man. Like, that's a kick-ass fix, man.
It's less kick-ass and it's more cheap and slap it together so it works.
But it worked, dude.
It works.
Works good, man. Gave me a lot of work.
Yeah. Sure we check the damage from this week?
Yeah.
Yeah, let him feel that, right?
Yeah.
To stay on track for his 1,000-ounce season goal, Rick needs at least 67 ounces.
So we got 10, 20, 30, 40, 56.34.
Oh,
yeah!
Worth more than $95,000. Bringing his season total so far to 300 ounces.
It's not the best gold weigh we've had. Pretty average, but, you know, we had some downtime.
The fix worked, but because of a day not running, Rick is now 10 ounces behind where he needs to be.
So we keep moving forward with this, we're in a pretty damn good spot, right?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Let's do that.
Oh, yeah. We're building momentum, and the gold's coming in. I mean, we're all in good spirits.
Well, this week could have been a bit of a disaster, but luckily Carl is on top of things as always. So we got another 56 ounces towards our 1,000-ounce goal, and I'm pumped.